My video software is not cooperating. I'm going to watch it closely now. Anyway, it is odd, and I was going to add in philosophy, in Western philosophy, it's really funny. A lot of effort always goes into defending truth and why we should be honest. And the assumption, the subtext of the assumption is always that it's obvious why deception's in your best interest. It's obvious why we should deceive, and that there needs to be a justification for truth. And I always felt that part of the problem with this, and I have my own reason why it's personally damaging to lie. But I always thought the real problem is that if you assume it makes sense to lie, but you just create these artifacts so that in special cases you can say why it's not a good idea, that you've still left this basic framework in which deception is the ultimate value, and everything else is an exception, and it takes courage or altruism or something to be honest. In reality, in my experience, my life's better when I'm honest. I don't see the automatic benefit of being deceptive. Having said that, I do have a reason, a cognitive argument, and basically it's this. We're here in reality, I believe, and we're here to live and touch reality and experience it as it is. And if we're being honest, then when we see something in reality, we're modeling that in our brain as well as we can. And that's the most efficient process the brain can take part in, you know, as a living organism. That's the closest it can get to reality. It's not that close because it's limited with all of our, we only get information through the senses, and we have our biases and our experience, but it's the most efficient. And when you start to lie, in addition to the truth, the model of the truth, you have to remember the lie. So right there, that's two things you have to remember. And you also have to weave that lie back and forth into reality with more lies and truths, and try to maintain this picture. So we have finite brains, and we're spending 2 or 3 or more times the effort for the same number of experiences. And I think that makes you stupider, right? You've wasted space in your mind. Or you can just forget about reality and remember your lie. That makes you insane, because then you are believing things you know or think to be false. And if you, of course, don't remember the lie and just remember the truth, well, you'll be found out as a liar and you'll pay social costs. And I actually think I've seen, habitual liars take these options, both not remember the truth and act insane, not remember the lie and just be wanton liars, and definitely to be subsumed with all the thinking and calculation that goes into it and get trapped in the end when reality just won't give enough for them to weave their lie in. But again, the main problem is not that there isn't a reason not to lie, it's that people just assume there is a reason to lie. And it's kind of like doing good for other people. There's an assumption that that's a draining, terrible thing, when in reality doing good for other people feels good. I mean, there's a direct reward there. So it's an interesting subject. It's kind of depressing because it is a major subject. I mean, I think it's like one of the top 5 cognitive cultural issues that we really need to solve to ever get good politics, good philosophy, anything else. We need to solve this, and people need to be able to feel without a lot of argumentation, trying to compel them to act a certain way. They just need to feel their life's better on a foundation of honesty. And that once you do that, then it's not so much the courage of telling the truth. I mean, I'm habitually telling the truth enough that it takes really, it does take some courage and bravery to tell something to somebody when you don't really want to face their reaction. But if you look at the big picture, I think it takes, for me, it would take more courage to embark on one of these grand lies, and all the work I'm putting, energy and to support those lies is just so great that, I can be lazy and non-courageous and realize that that's why I don't want to embark on some grand lie. because I don't see the benefits of the deception that make it worth all this actual extra work. And people are ignoring that like it's not extra work, like it comes naturally. But they're just habituated to it. So, anyway, that's my feedback.